Welcome to the I Love Ugly audio show. My name's Valentin Nozic, founder and creative director of I Love Ugly. In this episode, I'm not going to muck around. I want to go deep into the guts of why it's important to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I'm going to offer 10 of the most valuable lessons I've learned in my journey, which I applied to my own life to help you go to the next level. Because an upgrade in your mindset will undoubtedly give you an upgrade in your paycheck, your job, your performance, and your overall quality of life. I know I'm not anything special, but I've gone through things that seemed near impossible at the time, and these lessons are what helped me get through them. Enjoy. We have all heard it before. Go to school, go to university, get a degree, then get yourself a nice husband or wife, work hard at your job, and you will live happily ever after. That sounds good in theory, but it doesn't always work out that way. What they don't teach you about is a bit around how to succeed in your job or career or business or passion outside of just working hard. That bit is left for you to figure out by yourself, and unfortunately, very few do. The ones that do eventually make it are the ones that have figured this out. What they don't tell you is in order to succeed, it's more important to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. It's a loaded statement that's proved me to be true many times over in my life and business, and I've seen it work wonders for other successful people I know and that I see often. Unfortunately, I only figured it out 7 years ago, but it helped me prevail through some of the most difficult and toughest times of my life that made me come out even stronger and wiser than I first did beforehand. I'm hoping this episode can help change your life too. In this episode, I'm going to explain what it means to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And by job, I don't just mean job. I mean anything that you are passionate about, anything that's important to you, and anything that you want to succeed in your life. This can be a job working for somebody else, your own business, a clothing brand you may have started, your music career, your career as an athlete, teacher, pastor, mother, father, sister, brother, whatever. The statement comes from Tony Robbins' mentor, Jim Rohn, and has stuck with me ever since I first read it. What he means by this is that success in anything is an inside job, meaning your thoughts, and more of a game of psychology than it is about just working hard. Successful people encounter the exact same amount of failures and setbacks as those deemed non-successful. In fact, they probably encounter more failures and setbacks because they get up and try again even after failing, time after time. The reason they get through it is because they expect setbacks to happen and continue to push through when they do happen. Now that you know this, take note of that person that's risen to the top position of the company quickly, or the athlete that's now always in the starting position that you want to be in. And you'll notice that these people are relentless. They keep on trying and probably have a bunch of positive habits outside of the work environment that you just don't see. Winning is impressive, but what impresses me even more is somebody that has suffered loss and gone through adversity and bounces back from that and comes back even stronger than before. We all see the winners on TV, on the Instagram feed and YouTube, but we only see the good bits. We don't see the battles and demons they face internally behind closed doors, or when these people are driving in their own cars or brushing their teeth where the only person is themselves. These people have learned to master their own thoughts and emotions and know how to calm their mind, replace the negative thoughts with a positive, and not let a negative Instagram comment ruin their day. If you really want to propel forward in anything you do, I can't stress enough how important developing a growth mindset is, and this is something you develop outside of your job. A growth mindset teaches you about the peaks and valleys in life and about the expectation of the unforeseen circumstances. Very few people get to the top of the valley unscathed and without a few bumps and bruises along the way. Most have nearly got to the top and fallen right back down multiple times over, only to know the only way to break this pattern is to get the hell up and keep on climbing. Extraordinary results are not just built on extraordinary results. They are built on failure, perseverance, embarrassment, confusion, blood and sweat and tears. Sure, you will get the highs, the boost of confidence and hits of serotonin from a decision going in your favor, but it will be a blended cocktail of a bunch of unpleasant but very necessary experiences and emotions. The trick is to expect them to happen, know that they're going to happen, and push through them when they do happen. And if I was you, I'd write this last sentence down and put it on the home screen of your phone, your wall in your bedroom, and in your mirror in your bathroom to remind yourself constantly every morning. Most bad decisions started off as a really good idea, so don't beat yourself up if that good idea ends sour. There's always a seed of a good idea within it, and your job is to extrapolate it and always look for it. So here are some handy tips to implement in your life outside of your job or whatever you do to get the results that will propel you above your peers and get people telling you that you are lucky and that you have the gift of the gab. Number 1, invest in your mind. Those who work on themselves harder than on their job invest heavily into personal development. They commit to reading books on their mind, their craft, leadership, health, energy. They attend seminars, they get themselves a coach, and being around other amazing people. The knowledge you have attained in your life has got you to the point you are today. You have to be an absolute idiot if you think you can learn nothing more and that your life will improve. Remember, the difference between your life today and your life in 5 years is the books you read and the people that you hang out with. Number 2, practice consistency. When you get good at something, people begin taking you for granted. When you're consistent, you stop getting compliments. So if people have stopped complimenting you, that is the highest compliment because it means you're being consistent. Practice consistency in all that you do, whether it means getting up early and reading for half an hour, whether it means eating a high-fat diet instead of sugar for energy, whether it means moving your body every day, writing for 5 minutes every day to crystallize your thoughts, or anything else positive. This will build strong habits that will shine through in your work and everything else you do in your life. Give me a successful person and I can guarantee you that they are a consistent person. Number 3, learn to accept that there are some things you can't control. It's not the things that upset us, it's our opinions about things. You can lose weight, but you can't get taller. You can move house, but you can't control where you were born. You can change yourself, but you can't change other people. Some things are the way they are. Accept them. Sometimes this is going to irritate the shit out of you and you're not going to like it, but don't let it. That's a non-growth mindset mentality. Accept it and change your view on the situation or change your environment, as that's 100% in your control. Number 4, expect problems. When we encounter a problem, we quit because we didn't expect that to happen. The reason you call it a problem is because it wasn't part of the plan. So why not plan to have problems? This point right here can change the trajectory of your whole life like it did for me. Number 5, be patient. We now live in an era where everybody wants to instantly or in less than 6 months. You don't often hear about patience, expecting problems, or feeling stuck when chasing those goals. But when you get stuck, you get stupid because you're sick of being stuck. So be patient. Trust the process. Read autobiographies or even listen to this podcast episode again to know that patience is a virtue. A good choice may go unrewarded for a very long time, and that's a difficult thing. It's that you need to wait it out and have faith that your decision will bear fruit eventually. The greatest rewards are often delayed, and great things don't bloom for years later. So be patient and keep working. Number 6, be entrepreneurial. Now, I don't mean to go off and start your own business. I mean think and behave like an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are so important because they think differently. They also have become very wealthy as a result of thinking different and become problem solvers, and good problem solvers at that. Being a problem solver means you can make a lot of money or a lot of money in your job. From this, you can use that money to help solve a problem making the world an even better place. Number 7, visualize the person that you want to become. Sometimes you can make so much progress and not even realize it. You have grown so much that you begin looking at your life or your living situation and you're no longer satisfied with where you are living or how much money you are making and earning, and it wasn't so long ago where you would have been content. This right here means that you are growing. It means your external world is no longer congruent with your internal world. It also demonstrates the power of thought and visualization. Do this with everything in your life: your weight, your relationships, your business, your salary, your creativity. Everybody that makes it to the top wanted to get to the top and saw it in their mind before they became it physically. Combine that with a relentless work ethic and you'll become it. so long as you don't quit. And I can bet you $1 million nobody got there accidentally. Number 8, ask people to tell you the truth. You can really tell the character of someone by how much truth they can tolerate. The irony is, the more truth you can tolerate, the better you become. We all have blind spots, as well as the best. Tiger Woods has multiple coaches, and he understands the importance of blind spots. Begin asking people that are more successful than you are for the truth. They came from a place of love and will tell you a bunch of things that you had absolutely no idea about. So ask them for the truth. Number 9, don't shy away from challenges or live in complacency, even though it's enjoyable. You know the saying, too much sunshine makes a desert. You need to go through shit, as this is where all the muscle is built. A big mistake I made in 2016 was resting on my laurels. When I made $1 million before tax profit one year, I stopped trying. I grew complacent and began enjoying things and shying away from new challenges. I mistakenly thought that once you ticked off your goals, you can finally relax and put your feet up. But how wrong was I? Things unraveled 10 times faster than they took to build. This is all because I was enjoying too much sunshine, and I like the phrase coined by Grant Cardone, stay broke, meaning if you do have money, invest it into assets so you don't spend it on things that make you look impressive. Very smart, and something I apply to my life today. Don't get complacent once you get the job that you want. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't continue to grow. It's your moral obligation to become the best version of yourself. Therefore, you must continue to grow. It's hard to get up in the morning when you sleep in silk sheets. Number 10, practice gratitude daily. It's so easy to get caught up in the rush, in the chase, and in the grind. It's so easy to discredit and ignore all the good in your life and focus on what isn't working. It's so easy to get annoyed at your kids or colleagues or clients. But the truth is, there's always going to be something going wrong and not working. Therefore, it's so important to practice gratitude daily. It makes you realize that no matter the economic landscape of your life, you still have a lot of blessings around you. If you're listening to this, chances are you live in the Western world. Therefore, you live in the most blessed social economic landscape in the world. Every morning, I focus on 3 things that I'm grateful for. Things as simple as my health, having 2 functional legs, having my staff, having both my parents alive, having a wife, having 3 children. Despite what's going on, it fills me up and helps me charge through the day and my workload because I've already won the day no matter what happens around me. So live every day like it's your last. Plan every day like you'll live for eternity and constantly look for the good in any situation. So there you have it. When you develop your greatest asset, which is you can create unlimited income, success, health, and prosperity. A wage or income is simply the fee you receive set by your employer or business based on the exchange of services rendered, the problem solved, or value added. Every day, you're going to have choices on how you look at the situation. Every hour, you're going to have the choice whether to look at the cup half full or look at the cup half empty. Those choices are going to determine whether or not you'll have a great day or a great life. An upgrade in your mindset is going to undoubtedly give you an upgrade in your paycheck and your quality of life. And the funny thing is, all of this takes place outside of the office. So good luck, and please do me a favor and share this episode with anybody who needs to hear it. Any organization, school, sports team, business, or aspiring anything. It fuels me to keep going, knowing people are listening and getting value from it. V. Thank you everybody for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and found any type of value, please subscribe to our podcast, share with your friends, and give us a 5-star review on iTunes to be in the draw to win a $200 I Love Ugly gift voucher. We will be drawing a winner monthly. Good luck and see you on the next episode.